I'm going to tell you my story in the army. I left Lebanon as a pioneer in 1963, coming to Israel. And I joined the Israeli army in 1960 in the same year. It was a little bit hard for me because I was Lebanese and I was the only one in the group. But they changed me from easygoing and soft to strong and firm character. We made a lot of friends. Sahel was my house. First year, I became Rabat. And I finished my time in 1965 as a Samal surgeon. And then I staycation with the Miloim every year for 35 days. Sheshet Hayamim, 1967. All Israel became Bikononut. 4 days before, I got the call, I was called. We were put to buses going to nowhere. After we understood, we're going to Shechem. Then after we stayed in Ta'alot, in the border of Shechem, for 2 days, sitting and waiting and wondering where we're going, what's going to be. We had no idea. We just took our Tanakh and we started praying, and we're waiting for the codes. After 2 days in Ta'alot, we get the code to move. So we start moving towards Shechem. The beauty of the whole thing is to see the Matosim, the angel coming and the waving and going. Luckily they are telling us, don't worry, we're here. It's the nicest feeling we ever had. Now when we get to Shechem, it was empty. Everybody ran away. And we were really surprised, but we got the call, continue. So we continue. We went to Ramallah. Ramallah, we had a hard time. But we stayed for a while, we finished, then guys, continue. We went. We started going to Yerushalayim. In Sha'arei Yerushalayim, in Shechem. They told me, wait, don't get in, because Yerushalayim, already we got to Yerushalayim. Just continue there, Shechem. In that time, we heard the shofar of Rabbi Goren going, and we got crazy. We continued there, Shechem. Now I'm going to give you the story that I get the chill till today. On Der Shechem, we were moving, and we saw a small house from Avanim, on top of the gag, like a small kippah, and one of the soldiers, he told me, that's gotta be Keber Rahel. I heard that, we stopped right away. We got in, it's small, square, it's small, very small walls, and the empty. All the walls is dark, and all written in Arabic. There is one of the wall, there is a parochet. The parochet is black and all in Arabic. So I read it, I told them, this is Keber Rahel. So we get crazy. So in the middle of the room, it was a tomb. The tomb was covered with stone and clay, but it was very surprising, very, very tall. It's really tall, it was very, very tall tomb. We didn't have time, we had to leave. But at that time, we felt something, we couldn't leave. So we took the Tanakh and I started reading. I don't know what I read. I have no idea what I read. But I put my hand and I told her, نحن po. That's it. And نحن po. And I got my bed and I went out. Until now, I'm still always in my house. We were the first people we went into Rahel. And then after Shechem, we went to Yericho. In Yericho, we stayed for 3 months, going from house to house, from house to house. And after Yericho, after 3 months, I came back. Baruch Hashem, we are here. Thank God, we are here. And always, Israel and Sahel, always in our life, in our heart, all the time.